Okay, I'm back with another Firefight battle report here, and I said I'll dig up something other than my Space Marines to play with, and I'll rummage around and find something a bit older. And so I dug up the my old Necrons. These guys are classic. This is what I originally fought in the early days when I was playing old Warhammer 40k, and it's great to get these guys out, a new paint job, and ready to go. So my Firefight band has 5 Necron, BattleBot warriors in it, bot warriors or whatever they're called, and 2 swarms of I don't know, they're called scarab bots or whatever they're called in this. My opponent on the other hand is bringing out his Nidleys, and also you can see some Nidley based terrain. That's all his as well. Unfortunately, I know I like listing at the end of my reports, you know, like where the scenery's from, that if there's anyone in particular I like to at least mention them. Unfortunately in this case there's nothing I can say because he can't remember where he got them from, but they're great looking alien pieces. And his list, he's got what's he got there, 3 units of combat grunts, the little 3-man units, and 1 warrior. The warrior's upgraded to have some sort of nasty rending AP4 weapon. He's got 7 attacks, that brute has, and tough 3, so he's going to be hard to take down. In the meantime, the little guys have all got Strider, and I think they move fast as well from memory. So that's 18-inch moving across pretty much everything. So that's quite scary considering all my Necrons are slow, which means my move is 4, 8 if I run. So we rolled up, and we rolled up for Duel. I got to place 2 of my counters first, and he got to place 1. You see the 2 barrels there, that is one of the objectives, and the black cargo bits there on the left hand side, they're the other objective. So I spread my guys out pretty well. I know I've got to somewhat defend, but I've also got to get across to his objective, which I'll show you in a minute, which is behind the big alien mountain. Because if I don't get to it, I'm going to struggle holding mine off against the little horde. I've also got my 2 scarab swarms there. These guys are my only speed I've got. They've also got Strider, so the terrain won't slow them down, and I'm hoping to use them to grab his objective. My opponent's set up right next to his objective, so he's got his 3 little units and his big warrior, and the 2 barrels there are the other objective that I've got to somehow take off him or hold my 2. So my opponent starts by moving up his little Gribblies and hides them in the little forest above there. You can just see 1 there. There is another one there somewhere, but I move up and have a shot and blast one of the little sods. And as you see, he starts running down the flank there. We've already put dice. The purple dice represent what I've seized. The greeny dice represents what he seized. As long as you've got no enemy within 3 inches, you seize it, and then obviously you're going to have to try and seize it off the opponent to win it back. So at the moment I start holding 2, so he's got to get out here and fight me to grab another one. Problem is he seems to have the models to be able to do it. In my case, I'm going to struggle to get to his unless I can get my scarabs out there, which is what they're attempting to do. So in the second turn, his first little guys come in and have a hack at my Necron. Don't do any damage to it, and in return, my Necron bludgeons one of them. Unfortunately though, the other little Gribblies came round and hammered him up and beat him down and defeated him. There wasn't much I could do there with their, I think they got 2 attacks each, so they got 6 attacks. Hitting on 5s, winning on 5s, managed to get hit through, and then killed him outright. Didn't even stun him, just killed him. The remaining 2 that are in the centre here comes out and charge my scarabs, but ends up getting beaten up by my scarabs. I mean, they've only got quality 6, I think. I'm pretty sure it's only quality 6. I think they've got something like 4 or 5 attacks, so I think it's 4 attacks and 3 wounds. So I managed to beat one of them down, at least one of them there, which means my other scarab can quickly shoot up behind and hopefully grab his objective. So as you can see, I've got 1 Necron holding my objective down here on the bottom right hand side. My other Necrons are trying to move up the centre. One of them does manage to shoot the remaining grunt over on the left hand side there, but only managed to stun him, so he's still down. I don't really want to send in one of my scarab swarms to finish him off. I want to try and shoot him off, because you know, if I put my scarab swarm in, these games only last 4 rounds, and I'm just not going to have the time to get to his objective. So I'm going to be in a bit of struggle because I'm definitely going to need his objective, because it looks like I'm going to lose this one down the right hand side here. So in comes this horrible dude with 7 attacks and tears me a new one and managed to get 2 wounds through. And those 2 6s you see down at the bottom, that was my regeneration. So I got 2 wounds through, and he actually stood up against it. I didn't do any damage back to him, and I'll try and shoot him, but at the moment I am still holding my objective here. So, not wanting to send my scarabs in to coup de grace the guy on the floor, I'm going to try and shoot him. Excuse me. And I completely missed with this Necron. In the middle of the board, these guys come jumping over where my single Necron is taking on the warrior and eats one of my Necrons. Yep, he managed to take him down and instantly takes him out of action. Doesn't stun him or anything. So that's somewhat annoying, so I'm going to run out of Necron warriors quickly. But the remaining centre one does move over and has a shot at the guy on the floor and takes him out, which is fantastic. So that does leave my Scarab Swarms now to shoot over and try and grab an objective. Over on this side, this Necron warrior, mano a mano's the other grunts that were there and actually managed to kill them. I believe I shot one and then he charged and I managed to kill the other one. So this Necron warrior is building up to be Necron Lord, I believe. So at the end of the round, it's looking something like this. I'm still holding the one on the left and the one on the right, thanks to that hardy Necron warrior that took on the alien warrior there. My 2 Scarab Swarms have dived up to the top there to try to get into cover and grab his objective off him, leaving only his 1 unit of grunts here to try and slow them down. So, since he finished first last time, he'll be activating first this time, runs up and attacks my Scarab Swarm. I believe this is turn 4, by the way. I think this is the final turn. And manages to blitz him, but doesn't kill him, and just stuns him. So, I've just turned him on the top there. This BattleBot here opens fire and does no damage to the Nid Warrior. And yep, he charges in again, and again he does 2 wounds. And would you look at that? 2 more regeneration. This guy is a lord in the making, whatever happens. And believe it or not, I actually managed to wound with my attack too. Just rub salt into the wounds. And this Necron warrior here holds me this objective. So the game ends, and it's looking like this. As you can see down the bottom, I have my Necron warrior taking on the Nid warrior and fighting him to a standstill, which means he can't seize my objective. On the top there, my objective would remain uncontested throughout this fight. And finally, on the top side there, his little warrior guys didn't get close enough to contest the objective, which means my little Scarab Swarm there flew over and made it theirs. And that's how the game ends, a 3-0 to the BattleBots. I have to say I do enjoy this game. I still think 4 turns seems to be quite short, especially if you're on the slow-moving side of the spectrum. I always feel like 6 turns gives you probably, 2 turns of manoeuvring, and then 4 turns of killing and destroying as much as you can. Or maybe 1 turn of manoeuvring and 4 turns of killing, and then the last turn of trying to grab stuff. I do reckon 4 turns seems to be quite short, but we play it like it, and it seems to work quite well. It's just really fast. We finish the game, and you kind of look at each other and go, oh, that was over. You know, I mean, this game lasted, half hour? You know, these are quick games, but great fun.